Hanafi madhab, they say, if a person joins the salah, after the takbeeraat, if a person joins the imam after he's already done with the takbeeraat, then the person, he says Allahu Akbar, and then he begins his takbeeraat. He does qada of his takbeeraat. So he does his 3, even though the imam is reciting. If he caught the imam while the imam is in ruku', he says the opening takbir, and then he does qada of his 3 takbeeraat, if he assumes he'll catch the imam before the imam stands up. And if he assumes he won't, then he goes into ruku', and then there silently, without raising his hands, he does the takbeeraat. And if the imam happens to stand up before he could finish the 3 takbeeraat, so he doesn't do tasbih here, he does takbir. Only if he finishes the takbir, and this time he does tasbih. But if the imam stands up before he's done tasbih, or before he's finished 3 takbeeraat, then the takbeeraat 4, he just follows the imam. And then, if he missed the entire rak'ah, if he missed an entire rak'ah and he gets up to do qadha of that rak'ah, in the Hanafi madhab, what you do qadha of is the first part of your salah. So you missed the first rak'ah and you caught, let's say, the last 3 of dhuhr. When you're doing qadha of it, you start with your thana, subhanakallahumma bihamdika, and then you recite Fatiha in a surah, because you missed the first rak'ah, so you just mimic it in the last rak'ah as if you're praying it there. The others say it will be your last rak'ah, or the Shafi'i and Maliki madhab say it's as your last rak'ah. So the Hanafi madhab say you do it like that, which would mean you'd start your takbeerat when you begin the salah. But here they say you do it after your recitation. You do it after your recitation. Lastly, the imam, if the imam forgot the takbeerat and then he remembered, in the Hanafi madhab, then he does it when he remembers. He does it when he remembers after the qira'ah. He does it after the qira'ah, sorry. He does it after the qira'ah. Right? If he forgot and he went into ruku', then there he'd do it in ruku' silently without raising his hands. And some of the Hanafi fuqaha in Bada'i' al-Sana'i', they say the imam goes back to stand to complete the takbirat. But doing that, and also the next mas'ala, because the takbirat in the Hanafi madhab, they wajibah, they're not sunnah like the rest, so we can just say they fall. They wajibah, so they have to be done. So that means if you missed it or did it at the wrong place, sajda to sahu has to be done. So here they say there's no sajda to sahu. Why? Because if there's too many people, they don't know the rule, it will cause confusion. Hence, they say 2 things in Fatawa Dar Ulum Zakaria. They say that if it's a small congregation where no confusion would happen, or the people know the rule, then here he can do sajda to sahu. So the same would be to go back up. People will not know, they'll be confused. But if they knew the rule, then perhaps they could apply this rule and then perform the takbirat in its place of standing and then go into ruku'.